Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. We're holding in Zevachim Daf Kuf Tedzayin. We're starting Daf Kuf Tezvon base, 3 lines to the bottom of the Amud. Zok the Gemara. Omar Hakol Ksherim Lahakriv. You can be makriv any type of animal. We know that. Kuf Tezvon base in the bottom, because we're going to learn today Daf Kuf Tedzayin. So Hakol Ksherim Lahakriv. We know that. Even Noyach Mizbeach LaHashem Vayikach Mikol Beima Toiro Umikol Lefator. All Beima, all life. Beima Kebashmo. Beima means a Beim. Chayo Bechal Beima, including Beima. Schorim Benekevois Trimim Balimumim. You have male, you have female. You have ones without a blemish, ones with a blemish. Rashi says we take away the parentheses. La fuka michusarei v'deloi. One thing you can't do, you can't bring a missing a limb. That's already too much. Omar blows minam michusarei v'shenes rabinoi. How do you know michusarei you can't do? Talmud loimar mikol achai mikol basar. Remember this because this we had in Masechet V'Dezorah twice. So mikol achai mikol basar. Omar Torah ve'beimo shechayim rashei evorim shalom. Mikol achai, their limbs is alive, which means the limbs are there. Maybe going to exclude a trevo. That's why it says chai. It has to give children. So it can't be a trevo. So that's good if your old trevo doesn't give birth. If your old trevo does give birth, we're going to say that. Says the Gemara, so the itcho has to be similar to you, to Noach. Maybe Noach was treifel. Tomim ksibe. He says Tomim. Tomim means full. Maybe it means he was Tomim to be a tzaddik. Well, tzaddik to be a tzaddik. Maybe it's Tomim Midrochav. There is a Drachim a person, there's a Maisim a person, meaning different ways of Maisim. Rashi says Tomim Midrochav, Rashi not brings here, Rashi brings in V'Dezorah. It means Druachav means he had good midas. It was honor shal ruach. So he didn't steal. Says the Gemara, Yisakadayt no guve trefa avo. You want to tell me he was a trefa? So what does the Gemara say? Please bring to the table people similar to you. Only trefa. Only trefa? Why should it be a requirement to be only trefa? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so there we learned. So now we learned it has to be like you. So what does Lachir Zera tell you? Maybe it means someone who can make, you just want to have company. So even if it's old or it's a saris, they need to be able to give birth. So it needs to be, don't tell me maybe just company or you want to have different animals. You want to make sure the animal is able to give more birth. This is all we saw in Masechet V'Dezorah. And what we just bring over here is this, by the way, we mentioned that any animals were kosher until the Mishkan, including Bal Mumim. We said Mechusar is already, but Benech is also Tam Yisrael as well. Similar to Teorim, you have like Tmeim, has to be Beim Teorim or not Tmeim. When we have a Tmeim V'Teorim by Yishaito. Did we have Beim Teorim and Tmeim before we got the Teorim? You know what it means to have a Tmeim by Noach? It means that the Tar is the ones who did not do Aveira, and the Tam is the one who did do Aveira. How do we know? They let them pass in front of the table. You put it in front of the table. If it was accepted by the table, I don't know exactly what happened, but if you went to the table, the table opened up for it, it belongs there. If not, not. They came on their own. They came on their own, which Baruch Hu sent them on their own. Okay, so that was all regarding the animals. The only korban you can bring is oil. Same oilus in shlomim loy coming shlomim. The activities bechuz zevachim shlomim la Hashem parim to kill shlomim. Eleima hakol korbu oilos veshlomim. It was both. V'atanya of shlomim loy kiyim oilus. It says only oilus. All you see in Shlomim Loi. So the Gemara, Kemando Amar Loi Korvu Shlomim B'nei Noach. The Machlekes in Noach can bring Shlomim. Mandama holds there's no Shlomi Benoach. Doma Blazo. Did my Blazo basically Bachin Chadoma Korvu Shlomi Benoach. Mean Benoach can bring Shlomi. Chadoma La Korvu. In my time, the Mandoma Korvu Shlomi Benoach. Why he holds he could? He brought the B'choros with the Chalev. Chalev is fat. Which is the animal, only the fat, not the rest. Have you ever is the shlom? Because the shlom you eat the meat. My time no loy korvu. It says there was no shlom b'nech. Chtiv uri tzofoin uvoi tema. So how do you dash in the pasuk? Titnael mo shemeaseo b'tzofoin. The push away the umo. Tzofoin means that they have all the carbon. Their carbonis belongs to the north because it's a oila. It's only north. Tavo umo shemeaseo b'tzofoin nadarim comes down so they can do oila and shlomim. So, what about the fact that it says in the pasuk by Cain and Hevel says Chalveim, Mishmeneim they do, meaning the fat ones, not the fat of the animal, the fat ones. It says they come to the north. Let's talk about kibbutz golios. So kibbutz golios means come from the north, come from the south. Everybody will come back to Eretz Yisrael. We're not talking about different umras. The ones that addressed at the moment, what do we do? It says by Har Sinai, the Na'ar in Yisrael did Shlomim. The ones going to address it. But here we have a, maybe go on first of all. So let's continue a little bit more and then we'll tell you the famous word. Moshe told Baruch, you'll give us Zevachim v'Oilos. So you see that Zevachim is Chor Shlomim. Someone knows, Zevachim la'achila v'Oilos la'krofa. Zevachim not talk about korban. It means meat. And we'll have in the seal. For Zvicha. It says the Yisur brought oil and Zevachim. Zevachim der Shlomim. That's not the Torah. I mean, there's a machlokes. When did Yisro come to meet Moshe Rabbeinu? Was it after the Torah or before the Torah? So if you're saying they came after the Torah, very good. They had already Shlomim. Mando when you saw the Torah, you Michael Meimar. The Idmar, that's a machlokes. Me'am Chiyov Rav Shubal Levi Chadom Yisro the Torah. Avo ve'Hayo ve'Chadom Yisro Chadom Torah Hayo. When did he come? Mando Mekov Torah Hayo Kasover Shtom Mikirvu B'Noya. If it was before the Torah, so you have to say that he had Shlomim, that B'Noya being Shlomim, because if not, I have no explain it. Okay, so he says. The one did not address the pasuk. So I know. So you have to say, like Rashi says, that's what he saw serving Shlomim. The more than before wanted to say. But that was by Torah. Actually, the more did say, okay, you have to understand how you explain the puzzle. Let's say, says the Gemara, Ketanoim, Tanoim. Vayishma Yisro Kohen Midyon Mashmur Shamor Bo over this guy. What did he hear? He heard about the Amalek. They came to fight Yisrael. So right there it says, right before that's in the Pasha is B'Shalach, and that's Pasha Yisrael. When he came after the Torah. Comes the famous medrash. It says Gemara that when the girl he gave the Torah, so there was the voice going all over. Everybody got shaken up. For Mushira, start singing. Shneimar b'chol kulo yomer kavod. Nikbetzu kol mitzvah bilam harash. They came to bilam. Loy ma korla moyin sheshamanu. We heard a big noise. Shema mabu ba loilam. Who's being a mabu? Omalei Hashem mabu yashav. No, there's no more mabu. Omalei Yeshua Hashem ech loilam finish ba kodesh bogu shein revi men mabu loilam will be king forever. Omalei mabu shalayim and maybe a mabu shleish maybe brings a mabu made out of fire. Shema ki ne Hashem be'esh nishbot. That's part of the shvuah. He's not going to do it. Because it says, the Girso, they brought down the Gersa Tzionim, That's the words, because it says the pasuk v'loya oid mabul shachis. Umakor la amoni zeshavas. What was the noise that we heard? Amalim chem the toiv yeshlo v'zgnozo shtagnuzo etzloi taf taf kuf ein dal doris kushiv roilo. He has a chem the Torah was with him for 974 generations before the world was created. Why dafka 974? Because plus 26 is 1,000. And that's, as Rashi brings, that's the pasuk, Davar Tziva le'el dor. 1,000 generations before is there. Uvigish lidno levano shlema Hashem oiz lamoiten. Mihad patchu kolim ba'amar shuriva v'sam v'shalom to get bracha time so they get shalom. So here you see that Yisro came for after about the Torah. You hear about the Torah. Lazorim Kriyas Yamsuf Shalom here. Kriyas Yamsuf. Shema vayiki shmoya kol maloche amoiri. They heard something. So when they came into Israel, told to the Shluchim Yeshua ki Shema the Sherivi Yeshivas Mei Yamsuf. So it says over there that she heard about Yamsuf. So that's what people heard about. There's two different Lashonis brought in the Sefer Yeshua. In the beginning it says, when the story says that the Ummos heard about it and they had no Ruach. But when Ruach was telling it, it says, like, Kama Ruach. Didn't stand the Ruach. Why is she using the Lashon of Amido? Second one of Kuf Design with base. They didn't have Kishui. They were so scared, they couldn't do Be'ilah. Does Ruach know that there's no Be'ilah, there's no Kishui? All she was the address of everybody. So she knew that they were too scared. She was 10 years old when Am Yisrael left Mitzrayim. For 40 years she was a Zoyna. She became Jewish. We know she married who? Who did Ruach marry? After she became a Gyoris? Yeshua bin Nun. She married Yeshua. She be mocked of me for the rope, for the window, and the pishti that she buried the Meraglim that came to check. She hid them over there. Rashi brings up Shat. That's that she used to help all the people that came to do znus. Many people didn't want to do it in public, so she gave them ropes and hid them in the pishtim. So she was rectified by using the same thing. So the Gemara brings it's a machlekes exactly when Yisro came, and Mele, if there was if they had shlomim or not. He brought shlomim or not. Okay, it says the Gemara. Says the Gemara now. Oh, so I wanted to just mention that the famous word you do a dover. Why can't a guy bring shlomim? What does Svarman done when they can't bring shlomim? Because the idea is that shlomim is loshen shalom. What happens to shlomim? The part that goes to you, to the Akash Baruch Hu, and the part that goes to you. So me and Hashem are joining in the same carbon. A yid can think that way, because I'm always together with Akash Baruch Hu. For a guy, me and the guy, and you have to separate spiritual and physical, right? The priests don't get married. Can't be that my flesh and Hakadosh Baruch Hu's korban together, so they don't help that. But then there's only korban yam is oil. So the Gemara, Omar Ma'aber, Kachavim is Manazer. Shimon says, "Can today can do a bomb?" Says the Gemara, "You know that." Torah bon daber bnei Yisrael mitzuvim shchudichut. Torah bnei Yisrael cannot be makriv atza b'samigdosh. Ve'yot kechovim mitzuvim shchudichut. They're not mitzuvim. Because kol echad ve'echad boinu lebom u'leatzvo you makriv aleho. Any guy can build a bomb. Kol mashiyitz whatever he wants. Yeah. You know, I help them or do it on their behalf. They do it on their own. But you can teach them. They ask, what should I do? You can tell them. Kia, we'll bring the story. The Ifra Hormis, who was what? Who was Ifra Hormis? She was a very important woman. She was Ime de Shurmak. She was the mother of the Persian king. Shadu Kurbana L'Rov. She said a korban to Rav. Sholcholei Askua Nialei L'Shem Shamayim. So she said, I want to do the L'Shem Shamayim. What should I do? Omer Luhu, Omerlu, Rav Safra Lavacha Baruno, Zilu v'Devaru Trei Ulmei Guloi. Take two young Bachrim. Why two young Bachrim? Because it's not nicer that you have two young Bachrim doing it. Go look where the water, where the sea becomes like sirton means what's how you translate sirton? You know, when the boat what? Sediment. Sediment. So because like there's wood that will come to that part of the sea. They want to take new wood. Why that wood from there? You want wood that came out of the sea, not a wood that was already used. So I want to make sure it's pure. Nobody used it. Create a fire from new instrument. Of course, it was more over here. Is it a shovel or it's something that like items that you create fire with? And you will do Shushavim. You take the two brachim, not Jewish goy. So he gave them what to do. Why is so makbid that the wood should be new? The Mizbeach has to be something which is only used to Hashem. Also, the eitzim that you want to use has to be something that nobody else used. Something more about Moed Blazim Shawar B'Boma. Blazim Shawar says it only in the Mizbeach. Now in the Boma, on one hand it says he gave him 600. Was it 50 or was it 600? He raised 50 for Rabbi Shevet. 50 times 12 is 600. So what he took for the animals and the wood and the Mizbeach, that was 50. But the house itself was 600. Similar answer. Rashi says that the Girsa that we have is like doesn't sound so right. He changes a little. You have animals for oilo. So you see, he says here, use these instruments for the eitzim. Mashal what? They used instruments for the eitzim. It was new. My Murigim, this also we saw over the Zohar. What's Murigim? What is that? Is a piece of wood that you have a nail sticking out of it, and with that they grind the tvul. My Midash Trovel, Abai Izo de Karkaso. That's what it means. Daisha Dishoy does the Disho. My crawl, I see in the Pasuk, in Esavtich, Le Moirag Charutz Chadash Bal Pipiois. So Moirag, new, with nails. And it says over there, the Hemshech Pasuk is, the Tidoi Kavois Kamoit Sasim, it's going to be grind. So Gemara says, David the Melech gave this thing, and he said, you used wood. So Gemara wasn't used, it was new. He brought the same question we have. Was it 50 or 600? Right? The same answer. So the Gemara, that's not good enough. Why? Because if you look at the pasuk, you'll see it says, it says bekesef. It was silver. And in the 600 it says, was it gold or silver? Says the Gemara, he raised money, silver coins, in the weight of Zov. That's what he did. That's what he put it together to say that's what it is. So here we have in Indian that today, a guy who wants to bring a carbon for Hashem, he can do a bomb and do it. Build a bomb and do it right now. That's what the Amorim did. There is such a thing as being a carbon to Hashem today. We'll stop over here and we'll continue with the two dots with Hashem tomorrow. Tomorrow's next Amud Beis is short, so we'll leave it for that. Everybody should have a wonderful night.